Eddie AI is your AI editing assistant, and it's massively helpful for YouTube creators, especially if you're doing it all on your own. And yes, this very video was edited using Eddie. So here are 5 ways that Eddie can help you avoid spinning cycles while editing your YouTube content so you can create better videos faster. Number 1, scripted mode. Most successful YouTubers script their content, tutorials, reviews, educational videos. This is where you can use Eddie's scripted mode. Just upload your scripted content and paste in the script for your video into the upload module, and Eddie starts processing your content. It analyzes your footage and script and starts assigning the best takes out of your raw video to your script. Just send it to your editing software in one click using our plugins. In your timeline, you'll see a full edit of your scripted content. And the layers above your main edit are where your alternative takes live as disabled tracks, in case you want to use a different take. Just enable the clip to preview it. If you feel the edit is good to go, just highlight and delete all of your alt takes. So in just a few minutes, you now have a full edit ready to go. I mean, this video right here is scripted and edited with Eddie's scripted mode. For a deeper dive into scripted mode, check out the link in the description to our help article. Number 2, Multicam podcast. If you're part of the 90% of creators who also run a podcast, you know the pain. 3 cameras, separate audio, hundreds of angle switches. It's mind-numbing work. Eddie's podcast mode handles it all. Say you have a 3-camera podcast, one on the host, one on the guest, and one wide, with separate audio. Import those into Eddie's podcast mode and it will sync the audio and cams together. Then pick the best angle throughout the podcast. It works off of both audio and visual modalities, identifying when someone is speaking by both the waveform and the movement of their lips, which determines the cut. Eddie knows not to hang on one angle too long and when to cut to wide shots and how to handle crosstalk. It's trained on professional editing patterns. Once Eddie processes the project, you'll be able to view it in the app. At the moment, you cannot subsequently cut the full-length podcast, such as asking Eddie to remove all the silences, but you can prompt Eddie for short videos off of this project. So let's export this cut into our editing software. Press the export button and you'll get your choice of NLE. We have integrations with the 3 major NLEs, which means it's one button to immediately see it in your editing software. For Resolve and Final Cut, you get a true multicam sequence in your timeline. If you want to switch angles, just right-click and change the angle. For Premiere, you get what we call a dirty multicam, which places your synced angles on a timeline and utilizes disabled tracks to choose the right angle. Don't worry, switching angles here is easy too. Just enable the clip on the angle you'd like and it will become visible in your playback. Since this project is now in your editing software, it's fully editable, meaning you now have control to edit and move content where needed. To learn more about Multicam podcast editing, just click the link down in the description. 3, doc-style content. This is where Eddie gets seriously powerful. If you're the type of YouTuber that makes documentary-style content, such as interview-based edits and long rambling type content that needs to be cut down, we've got a ton of tools for you. The mode you should start off with is our chat and edit mode. Here I have a video of a musician talking about his new album, along with some B-roll that I shot at his studio. Let's drop the interview into chat and edit, or alternatively, pull it straight from my bin in Premiere. Once processed, I'll get a choice of 3 options: rough cut stories, social edits/socials, and chat to my transcript. When you click one of these, it will create a new edit under your project. You can create as many edits off of this project as you want, so no need to re-import the footage. Let's start with rough cut stories, which is our most advanced editing model. First, choose the duration of your edit. You can cut a story from 3 to 40 minutes in final edit length. Next, Eddie will provide you a chapter-based framework on what it believes to be the best narrative thread for your story. This is just a suggestion from Eddie. The framework is completely pliable. You can prompt to change the framework, add new chapters, or even go deeper by suggesting your own narrative thread. Once you agree with Eddie on the framework, Eddie will ask what editing style you prefer, such as shorter or longer narratives, depending on what you prefer. Finally, Eddie will ask you about precise duration. If you have a strict limit on how long you want the edit, choose precise duration. Just a note, this will take Eddie a bit longer for it to return cuts to you. If you're more flexible on duration, choose non-precise. Now Eddie will walk you through the edit chapter by chapter, providing you with an edit to preview at each step. You can amend the edit by prompting Eddie, just like if you were talking to another editor. Work through each chapter, and at the end, you'll be provided with your final cut. At the final cut, Eddie gives you some suggested titles, chapters, and descriptions for you to use when you are posting this later to YouTube. If you want to make some quick changes, enter the text-based editing module to move sound bites, cut content, and fix spelling mistakes all by interacting with the transcript. Now that you have a cut that you're happy with, let's export it to our editing software. On my Premiere timeline, I can see my full edit along with transcript markers attached to each clip. Before we edit further, let's add our assisting assets to our bin by using Eddie's logging tool. Go to logging mode and ingest your B-roll. After a quick process and export, Eddie organizes your footage into easy to navigate bins with detailed metadata that makes clip placement easier than ever. Need footage of a dog? Just search in your bin dog and all the clips for dog will appear in your search. Now we can start placing B-roll on the timeline without the pain of scrolling through your entire project. Now say that you like the edit that you created, but there's some supplemental sound bites that you think might fit the edit. Good thing is we have already logged all of your A-roll for you. Go back to your Eddie project and export the interview logs. This brings in the entirety of your footage, cut into sound bites with filler words and silences removed, organized and categorized into bins. Let's say I want the single clip of the artist talking about his time in LA. Let's go to that bin. I get 2 string outs, one chronological and one labeled most interesting. The chronological timeline order the sound bites by how they were shot. Most interesting ranks these sound bites by interest value and conciseness, perfect for grabbing a single clip about a topic without scrubbing chronologically. Now let's grab that first sound bite here and layer it into our edit. Now you've got an organized and functional canvas to hone in on your rough cut and polish it into a final cut in your own vision. And for my Resolve and Final Cut users, this operates just the same in those programs. If you aren't the main editor of your project, don't worry. This cut is easily shareable with your collaborators. This is great for directors or producers that want to create an early story baseline. Just click the share button on the top right and your collaborators can easily open up the same project using that link. Now let's hop back into Eddie to explore the other ways that you can interact with your footage. Say you want to do some exploratory investigation into your footage. Let's use chat to your transcript. Eddie can answer any question about your footage here and even create custom cuts for you. Let's ask Eddie to round up the sound bites of the speaker talking about his influences. And in a few moments, Eddie returns a cut of those sound bites, all exportable to your NLEs. This is also super powerful for finding specific sound bites, like if you know there's a moment in your footage about a specific topic, but you don't know the specific keywords to find it in a transcript. Eddie interprets your question contextually, meaning that it can find the moment without the specific keyword. For an even deeper walkthrough of all the things you can do in chat and edit mode, we have a help article link in the description. Number 4, social media edits. In today's world, you've got to promote this content on social media. Eddie makes that easy with our short edits mode. Ask Eddie for short cuts about a topic or moment, and it will return you cuts with silences and filler words removed. Iterate on these cuts, or if you're happy with them immediately, you can export them to your NLE for further editing, such as color and audio processing. If you want to get them straight into your social channels, you can export them as vertical MP4s. Eddie automatically reframes your content to a vertical canvas using facial tracking and speaker detection to create a captivating short cut. You also have the options to add logos, branding, beginning and end tags, and even custom captions, all within Eddie. Number 5, feedback mode. Now that you've created your final edit and you're just about to post it to YouTube, you might be asking yourself, is this going to perform well? Is there anything else that I can do before posting? Well, Eddie can give you a few pointers plus some bonus suggestions with feedback mode. Just pull the sequence from the bin in your editing software in feedback mode, or just drop an exported MP4 or MOV. Eddie will analyze the video using both visual and audio modalities. After a few moments, Eddie will provide actionable feedback and holistic commentary on your edit. You get high-level comments on the full video, as well as time-stamped feedback, making finding the fixes super easy. Bonus, you also get suggested titles, thumbnail suggestions, and even a YouTube description that is search optimized, making your content easier to find on YouTube. Now, it's easy to live in a silo when creating YouTube content, and videos will always do better with a few extra eyes on them. I've spent many days in my editor cave alone, and this type of actionable feedback would have helped me fix my small mistakes before posting. Because once you post to YouTube, there's really no going back, so you might as well be completely confident before posting. Feedback mode can analyze all sorts of different genres of content, as long as it is under 40 minutes. It's like having a YouTube strategist review every video before it goes live. And that rounds out 5 ways to use Eddie as a YouTuber. Eddie can save you hours of time on your edits, freeing you up to dive deeper into your video and maybe learn some deeper skills like color grading, sound design, and motion graphics that will really make your content stand out. You get one free project a month with Eddie, so go ahead and download the Eddie desktop app when you're ready to step up your YouTube content. If you have any questions, comment below. I'm happy to answer them. Thanks for watching. I'm Robbie, your head of content and community, and I'll see you in the next one.